Good morning, everyone. I'm hoping yesterday you had a great day. Hope everyone's doing well this morning. So today we're going to end up seeing the second ambiguous case of laws of signs. And the second ambiguous case, as we see here, is when there is no triangle. And when do we have no triangle is what we're going to be seeing, okay? Make sure this is working. Ambiguous case number 2, there's no triangle. We're still applying the same laws of signs as the day before, okay? So let's look at this. When do we have this case? We have that no triangle exists. I know it says up here situation 1, but it's actually situation 2. When does no triangle exist? I apologize for this being glitchy. So this is situation number 2. Okay. If A is an acute angle, okay, and we have that A is less than H, then there will be no triangle that will exist. And remember from yesterday, what is H equal to? H equals little b sine of angle A. Okay, so when we find this and the height is greater than this value of the length of A, there's no way that triangle exists. Because if the height is bigger, then A would be too short to actually make a full complete triangle. Okay? And the other time when there's no triangle is when we have that A is an obtuse angle. Okay? B is an obtuse angle. There can't be another obtuse angle. A would be less than or equal to B, and then we would have the case that no triangle exists. Okay? Because there's no way A can be shorter, this length of A can be shorter than B. It would have to be greater. Okay? So, let's see an example here. We have this triangle. I have that A equals 75 degrees. Little a is 51 and little b is 71. Okay? So again, we're going to go to the formula of H equals b sine of our angle A. And angle A is an acute angle, right? So we know we're going to try for that first case that we had the no triangle. And so if I plug in my values, if I plug in b is 71, sine of 75, sine of A. Okay. Now I'm going to go to decimals. Remember, if you're using decimals or if you're using your own personal calculator, to change the settings to degrees. Always change your settings to degrees, because if you don't change them to degrees, it is not going to give you the correct value. Okay. So I'm doing 71 sine. And by the way, for those of you using a calculator, if you need help, just send me an email and I can let you know how to change your settings on your own personal calculator. Okay. So I have that H is 68.50. So if you notice, A is 51. H is greater than A. So my height is greater. What is that telling me? That A would be too short and there would be no triangle. So in this case, we have no triangle. So we have the case that A is less than H, because A is 51 and 51 is less than 60. So this is my case of no triangle. Okay. The other case that you saw there, if A, for example, was an obtuse triangle, okay, if A, this is just an example, if A is obtuse and I get a triangle that says A, say it's 120 degrees, right? This is the length, the angle A, okay? Well, if I actually end up deciding, hey, you know what, I'm going to try this. I'm going to actually go through my law of sines, where sine 120. Remember, we said A is 120. This is another example. And then A is 51. I'm trying to solve for my angle B. Okay. I just switched the angle. I used those measurements, but I just switched the angle. Sine of 120 equals 51 sine of B. And then I would divide by 51. Okay. I get that the sine of B has to be 1.21. And when this value right here is greater than 1, you will see that if I plug that in, if I do the inverse, I'm going to get an error. If I do the inverse of 1.21, okay, I want you to try it so you could actually see that, hey, you know what? I get undefined. You will get an undefined or an error. What does that mean? There's no triangle also. Okay? So you have two problems to practice on with the no triangle. Okay? And this is our case number 2. If you have any questions, please feel free to send me an email. Take care. Bye. Have a great day.